Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They go play action with Wilson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll run with Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Taylor into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Taylor again. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sliding out of the pocket. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Looking to throw. He's going up top for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Broncos score. So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. Known more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Colts 14, Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what Here's a diving catch right side. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Colts.
Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's second and 10.
Wilson will throw again.
And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
They'll throw now on the final play. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon in charge.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want for a victory.
And got his man complete. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play there for Indy.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right.
They'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play. You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Rolling to his right. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Colts 11-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Alberto Cuebuna, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Play action. Now Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down right around the 25. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
49. Broncos 31.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP, Tom.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Wilson. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10.
To throw again is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they didn't force the incomplete pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Broncos 38. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.